Hello there YouTube, my name is Windaptor, but please, call me Windy. Today's video is just going to be really a catching up video about what I've been up to this past week, kind of include you guys in some of the, activities I've been doing, as well as a small little project, or it's probably a big project to some of y'all, but it's small to me, in a way. Anyway, but we're going to start with basically the little project I've been doing. First of all, I'm going to tap this, and if you hear that, what this in front of me that I'm looking at is a sewing machine. I, for a while, had a really big passion for sewing. Believe it or not. Back in high school, I took a class in high school, and at one point we learned how to sew, and we made our own little stuffed animals. I think the one I made was a lizard. Yeah, I think it was a lizard. And I have it somewhere, I'd have to find it again. But right here that I was tapping on is a sewing machine. Now here's the one thing I want to say about sales. If there's a sale that's really good, sometimes you might want to take advantage of it, because this sewing machine, I know you guys can't see it, I'll put a picture somewhere, but this sewing machine it's a Brother brand sewing machine. Originally, it's like $600, $700. So this isn't a cheap machine. But last weekend, we went to Joann Fabrics because my passion for sewing had come back. I had some idea things I wanted to do. And of course, my mom, being mom, she took me and everything. She was helping me a lot, so thank you, Mom. Excuse me. Anyway, but this machine, a $607 sewing machine, was on sale for $300. And then we had a coupon, whichever way you say, that guy gave us 20% off our entire order. Well, basically the entire purchase. So we got this machine for $250. Now, for anyone who's a little confused, a normal sewing machine, a normal everyday average sewing machine that's not super duper huge quality or whatever, normally runs about $200-$300. So to get a very good quality $600-$700 machine for only $250 is amazing. And that is why I love sales. But yes, I like I said, I found my passion of sewing again. Definitely this past week, but the week before, and I'm so happy it came back because after high school I was just so burnt out and everything. I just didn't pursue a lot of my once at the time passions, and I just needed that mental break. But now that my actual passion has come back to me, it's very, very nice to act upon it. But I'll show you guys kind of what I've got done. It's not a lot because I've had some extra responsibilities to do, which is fine, but this is what I've got done so far. I know it probably looks a little weird. I will say this is a head and ears for anyone who's confused on that, just so it doesn't look too weird and everything. But this is what I'm doing, have done so far. The tail I kind of messed up on. That's for another video. But yeah, I've told at least one person what this is, and they kind of know. But for everyone else, they probably don't know. So if you guys down below want to guess, like, what in the world I'm making, you're more than welcome to. I will give a hint that it is an animal. It is an animal. Yes, I'm making a type of animal thing. If you want to guess what type of animal, you can probably get a good idea from this. Please feel free to. I'd love to see your I'd love to read the comments and see everyone's guesses. And if you guys want, I can also make a video about what I've done for this or what I've done so far on this pattern. I can read some of the instructions. I can also talk more about sewing and such. But yeah, if anyone's interested in that. But yeah, that is that. And then something else I've also been doing a lot of recently, is, if you guys know Barnes & Noble, I'm not sponsored by them, but Barnes & Noble is basically, it's not like a bookstore, but there's also a online website for Barnes & Noble. And basically, it's the store. I don't know if it's like a library setup or just a bookstore setup, but the website is definitely an online bookstore. And at one point, I ordered some books from Barnes & Noble, and I was so happy I got to, because there were some that were on my Christmas list. But the ones I got are, this one I have not started reading. This one's called Fire and Frost. Apparently it's about, like, this one girl who's starting to get the talent of speaking to the dead or whatever. Again, I have not started yet. I was just looking at random fiction books, and this honestly just caught my attention. I thought, like, that looks really, really nice. So I got it, and I hope to start it tonight, or maybe tomorrow if it has to be tomorrow, but anyway, I do want to start this. Yeah. yeah, so there's this one. Now this next one that I have the other three. Um, this one says the Asylum Novellas is from Madeline Rowe, Roux, Roux. I don't know if I don't know which way it is in this case, but basically this one contains what is it? Hold on, I have to go to the little. Here we go. Contains, I guess, 3 mini books, and I'll explain why I say mini books in a minute. But there's the Scarlets, the Bone Artist, and the Warden. Now, let me actually pronunciate those a bit more. The Scarlet, the Bone Artist, there we go, and the Warden. I just want to make sure you guys can understand that, okay? But anyway, it also provides sneak peeks at the other 3 books that I have of Madeline's, Asylum, Sanctum, and Catacomb. Now this series, and it shows them on the back too, Asylum, Sanctum, and Catacomb, there we go. Where, if you guys have not read this series, it's actually a pretty good series. When I saw the first one, Asylum, I actually remember this. I was looking up fiction stories about asylums, and I came across the Asylum book from Madeline. I was just kind of like, oh, it's pretty interesting. Gave it a read. I loved it. And then I got this one because it has the Scarlets, the Bone Artist, and the Warden in it, and I didn't read those or anything. I didn't even know about those until I looked it up. But I read those, and I got really confused because in this, they're kind of short. Like, they're a bunch of chapters, but they're still short. So I was confused if, like, they were just mini books in a big book with the sneak peeks of the other 3, or if, like, they were purposely just little previews. So I looked it up, and I didn't find too much, but what I did find kind of indicates that they might be little mini books, really. But even if that's the case, they're still great books, and it's still a great series. So, my next book, is, and you guys may get surprised by this, it's A Midsummer Night's Dream, but the manga version. Back in middle school, for 7th grade, we did the play A Midsummer Night's Dream, and I was Peter Quince. This book, but more of a hardcover, was in the library at that time. And I remember just carrying it with me throughout the entire time. And I forgot for years, that I wanted this. And so now, years later, after remembering it and remembering all that stuff, I finally have it for myself. And I'm so happy about that. Then my next 2, this is not really project, but this is kind of arts and crafts. Not really arts and crafts. Well, not crafts related, but at least art kind of related. But, I got myself some adult coloring books. I got one on normal human anatomy and physiology, and then I got one on veterinary anatomy. I've not started in the normal anatomy one. I have started in the veterinary. Which ones have I done? Okay, I've done the horse, the fish, and the pig. I feel like that could be a short story right there. Anyway, but the reason I got the coloring books is because, well, first of all, I was bored as hell. Secondly, I have kind of some other adult coloring books, but they aren't really super fun or amazing. They're kind of just simple and all that, and some of the pictures just didn't interest me and everything. So I did have those, but I also just wanted some other pictures and stuff to color. So I looked some up online, and I found some of these. And the cool thing about the veterinary one is that, and I'll go to a clean one, is that when you have a certain picture, like this one, the sea turtle, on the back, there's little spots where you can label certain parts, and the answers of what's what are usually on the back of the page, which is awesome, you know? Anyway, but yeah, I also had a big, I can't draw anything. I'm not that good of an artist or whatnot, but I love to color. You know, I've always loved coloring, so this kind of worked out. It gives me something to do. It's very nice to just sit down, color for a while, de-stress, and yeah. If you guys actually want to check out these books, they're really cool. Hold on, this one's from Anatomy Academy. What's this one by? Or where's the name? I'll find the name in a minute. But anyway, these are very good coloring books. They're very fun if you guys want to take a look at them. If you guys also want to take a look at the other books I mentioned, I'll show them again. This is A Midsummer Night's Dream from technically William Shakespeare, but this is the manga version. Definitely on Barnes & Noble. This is the Asylum Novellas. It has the Scarlets, the Bone Artist, and the Warden. It also gives sneak peeks of Asylum, Sanctum, and Catacomb. That series itself, Asylum, Sanctum, and Catacomb, is a great series. And then this one, I don't have an opinion of yet because I have not read it yet. I'm hoping to tonight or tomorrow, or at least to start it anyway. But that's what's been going on. And those are the books. I think we're actually going to end it there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy me talking about the small couple things that's been going on in life. As I said, my computer's still having audio issues. I'm hoping to get that looked at very, very soon, and I'm hoping it's a very easy fix. And we'll try to keep you guys updated with it. And again, as I said about my little project, if you guys want to try and guess what this is, please just go ahead down below. I love reading comments, and I love when people guess certain things. It's just fun to see everyone try to think of, like, well, it could be this. Of course, it's probably a very obvious hint with the One Piece. But yeah, and then if you guys later in time want me to talk about the process of doing this and all that, and maybe some bit about sewing, I'm not an expert, but I'm also not a beginner. I'm just kind of, where'd I be? I don't know. Anyway, but if you guys are wanting to see that type of video, I'd be more than happy to do it. But thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.